over that they just then put them into circulation on card. Don't know how true that is, but that's the good story. I love a good conspiracy theory with figure collectors. They make up why things happen 20 years later. Oh, well, that happened because of this. No one ever knows. It's just a good figure. The only thing I don't love with this Brett is I feel like his arms are just slightly too wide. I would have liked them to be slightly closer together, but great figure. Nailed his likeness.
Something's just dawned on me. 30 years later, I think it's just dawned on me. Is there any other mold like Bret the Hitman Hart?
No.
There isn't, hey?
No. It's his right arm. So there's other molds with the left arm, but I'm pretty sure he's the only one with that right arm.
There you go. All right, well let's chat about all the figures in that toy line. Let's start off with, because don't forget we've got like 2 tag teams in that line. But going back to conspiracy theories, have you ever seen the Jim the Anvil Neidhart drawing, original concept drawing?
Very cool.
So rumor has it there was meant to be a Hart Foundation come out, but then the tag team split up. So who knows? The purple Hitman, the purple Hart Hitman could have been part of the tag team. You never know.
Possibly, yeah. That would have been cool.
Possibly. All right, let's discuss. So we've got British Bulldog. We discussed, I thought he would look good with a bear hugging action. You said clothesline action. Bret the Hitman Hart, I think it's timeless. No edits from me. Ricky the Dragon Steamboat, thoughts?
Great figure, really underrated figure, but I just don't like the wings on the back. I'm not a big fan of buying figures in entrance attire because I feel like when you wrestle, when you're playing with them, then they're not like DiBiase in a suit. He's not going to wrestle in a suit. So you've got pre-match DiBiase. You don't have in-match DiBiase. But Steamboat, he had the in-ring attire on, but the big wings that click in. It's kind of cool in his accessory. You could click it in and out. But I think underrated figure, and one that's quite hard to find really minty graded. Yep.
Good points. For me, I like the figure. I'm not a big fan of the jumping action. I would like to have seen him in Macho Man 1 mold.
Yep. That'd be cool.
I think that would have suited him a lot better. But I have got that graded mint on card, and it looks mint, very much like the Coco Beware. You have the figure and you think, it's all right. But when it's mint on card, it looks nice, it's fresh, and you think, that really pops. So great figure.
Very nice.
The Undertaker.
I like it. I much prefer Series 8, but if I got this Undertaker not knowing about Series 8, I would have been pretty happy with it.
Yeah, I think I'm the same. Series 8 was, it's just, the only difference is the cloak, right? The color of the hair.
Yeah. It's just a cloak. The cloak makes the figure.
Yeah. But did the Undertaker wear a cloak in the early days? I don't think he did. No,
he wore the big trench coat.
In his day, I think in his debut he walked out with the cut off sleeves, and I can't remember.
No, I reckon he wore a trench coat and he took that off before he got in the ring. Survivor Series.
Legion of Doom. I'll go first here. Legion of Doom, great tag team. My favorite by far. R.I.P. Hawk and Animal. Animal, amazing figure. Hawk, they ballsed up massively. I understand why they made him like that, because they were, it's the finishing move. But far out, man. Hawk needed to be a clothesline action, or Hawk needed to be a gorilla press action, not a jumper action.
So back on my earlier point, why are they wearing the spikes? You can't wrestle in the spikes. You need to have the removable. How good would that have been as an accessory to have removable spikes?
But I can live with that. I think it looks great. From a collective's point of view, don't forget you're 45 years old now, Chris. You're not really playing with them. So
yes, but I'm not talking. See, the passion of the toys comes from my childhood, not from now. Now is I appreciate them, but back then, if you put Hawk or Animal down for a pin, and they're on the spikes.
Yeah.
This is an outrageous statement. Worst tag team in the series.
Worse than Rockers?
in terms of the figures, the actual figures, I'd rather a Bushwhackers set. Actually, no, the Rockers are still the worst.
Yeah, Rockers are still the worst. The Bushwhackers are great. Last but not least, the Nasty Boys. Speaking of the worst, I think these ones were the best.
I think they were the best too. I'm glad you said that. I thought you were going in a different direction. I think the Nasty Boys are the most underrated figures in the whole Hasbro line.
Yeah, they're great figures. Yeah,
because people look at them and they don't appreciate how high end those figures are. They've got the spray paint clothes perfect, the glasses are perfect, the actions are perfect, the likenesses. I think they're really, really good.
Yeah, well done. Well done. All right, well, that wraps up Fig Preview and Review, and now it's time to hear a little word from our major sponsors, Go Figure Collectables.
Coming towards the ring,
Mattel, Jax, Hasbro, LJN, Remco, Super 7. Are you looking for a store that stacks all the latest and greatest wrestling figures? Then look no further, because Go Figure Collectables has everything you're looking for. Jeff and the team at Go Figure Collectables are always filling the shelves with the latest releases and buying up old cherished collections to fulfill any vintage collection needs. Visit them online at gofigurecollectables.com.au, or if you're in the Melbourne area, go check out their store at 104 Bakers Road, Coburg, North Victoria, and introduce yourself to Jeff and the team. Plus, Wrestling with Figure podcast listeners can use the code FDU5 to save 5% off your next purchase store-wide. That's Go Figure Collectables.
Yeah, guys, support local, support Jeff, support Go Figure Collectables. Now it's time for Meet and Greet.
You never believe who I met at the shops. Who was it? I met someone at the airport. What, are you a stalker? No, I was there to pick up my mum. Yeah, right. Who'd you meet? Stone Cold Steve Austin, the Ultimate Warrior, Andre the Giant, Hulk Hogan. Did you meet CM Punk? You met the big red machine Kane, didn't you? Did you meet Mankind? Oh my God, you met Marty Jannetty. I bumped into Paul Heyman.
Let's get into it, Chrissy. First member of the Meet and Greet list, I've got Lino Alika, and he has met the late, great Paul Ondoff. What a great opportunity to meet Paul Ondoff, especially now that he's has since passed. And there he is giving the bird. Not sure to who, but well done, Lino.
He looks pretty happy with himself there. Not so wonderful there, Mr. Wonderful.
Yeah, thanks for sharing that with us, Lino. Next up, we've got the guru, Steve Campbell, and he hasn't actually met someone here, but he's standing on top of Undertaker's graveyard at WrestleMania. Sorry, Undertaker's graveyard at WrestleMania Access.
It looks like he's just lending a hand to fill in the hole.
Yeah. What WrestleMania is that? So what's that? 10, 20, 25, 26, 27. WrestleMania 27.
Yep.
Well done, Steve. And last but not least, we've got Tim King, and he has met Kenny Omega. Now, Kenny Omega is a phenomenal wrestler. He is really entertaining to watch. So well done, Tim. And I wonder what they're pointing at there. You.
Yeah.
Doing the whole Hulk Hogan point.
Doing the
well
Hulk.
done, guys. Well done, guys. Thank you for sharing that with us. And now it's time to answer the hard-hitting questions in our Q&A.
it's question time. It's question time. It's time to ask the boys a question. What's on your mind? Let us know and we will tell you the answer.
Now, thanks to our great mates at Go Figure Collectables, the prize for tonight's best question is a Series 81 Nakamura. And the Chase figure, actually. So a Series 1 Chase Nakamura will be one lucky winner's prize take-home tonight. So let's get into the questions, mate. So whose turn is it to choose the winner tonight?
It's your turn. I chose the last one, I think. Ibnu.
All right. So bear with me. A little bit disorganized here. I will bring up the questions. We've got some really good questions this week, actually.
Yeah, it's a bit more active than usual, which is good to see.
Yeah, awesome. Keep it up, guys. We appreciate it. All right, here we go. So we've got 10 questions. Luke Young. When you have your own action figures, if Hasbro wasn't a possibility, which type of figure and what pose would you choose? Oh, if Hasbro wasn't a possibility. Gosh. Oh, jeez. Well, what toy line were we going to choose if it's not Hasbro's?
You could get the Ninja Turtle arms that just go like this.
Well, let's just go. We have your own action figures. If Hasbro was not a possibility, which type of figure and what pose would you choose? Because general action figures they don't have a pose, right?
Well, the thing is, if you've got a fully articulated, like an elite figure or then you can pose it however you want.
Yeah.
But if you wanted a Hasbro style pose, but without the Hasbro actual poses, I think I'd just get the double flex, the two arms.
Mate, I'm going to break the rule. I'm going to say I'd want a bear hug Hogan pose.
Hug Hogan, yeah.
Hug Hogan. That's me. Thank you, Luke. Luke's got a few questions here, actually, so good chance of winning the prize. Ryan Adams, which one of all of your collectibles is your favorite piece, and which one is worth the most? You go first, Chris.
Probably, I would say worth the most would be my graded 90 Hulk Hogan Hasbro Series 1. Well, it would be between that and the mail away in the bag Hogan I've got. I also have a Purple Heart, Bret the Hitman Hart, graded 85 Hasbro, mint on card. So, but then there's other things that have sentimental value. So, like I've got a Hulk Hogan Jax, Hollywood Hogan signed by Hogan that is high in sentimental value to me, but it's not probably $500 if you sold it. But
very nice.
Yeah. What about you, James?
Look, I think it's got to be my Hasbro hand painted prototypes. Plus their counterpart green tag figures. Yep. They're probably worth the most too. Worth thousands of dollars. So that's what I tell my insurance company anyway. Alrighty, so we've got David Sirianni next, the new father. Do you know David Sirianni's got twin girls as well? So this is his third daughter.
He's going to be a busy man.
Busy man. How often do you rearrange your displays? I like this question. Only when you get a new figure, or do you like to rotate them so the display stays fresh? Well, David, I'll answer that one first. Unfortunately for me at the moment, all my display is sitting behind me now in boxes since moving house. However, when I had my display back in when I lived in Sydney, I don't. You know what? I reckon every few months I would get itchy and rearrange it. But I guess the bigger the collection grew, you have to make room. So I reckon every couple of months for me it was.
For me, it's every school holidays. Being a teacher, you get through every school holidays. There's at least one day where I just go, right, I'm going to change this around. I'm also having some serious space issues at the moment. So with the Masters of the Universe figures are very bulky, and there's two rings, so they take up a lot of space. The Elites taking up a lot of space, and the worst thing with Elites is if one falls over, they're all going down.
Do you use the stands for the Elites?
I've got some, but I don't use them that often. Okay.
Luke Young again. Are we going to get Wrestling with Figs trading cards? Oh, geez.
No.
No.
I think that's a piss take, mate. I think that's a major pod. People, we quite often, James and I, get compared to the Major Wrestling Figure podcast. They're about the same size as us. But
yeah. We're just as successful as them.
They do their trading cards. We'll leave the trading cards to them.
Yep. Steve Campbell, if you were a wrestler, what would your entrance theme be? You can go first.
Mine would be Staying Alive by the Bee Gees. I'd come in a 70s retro outfit, doing a bit of jive dancing, only to be a jobber who would be beaten in about 20 seconds.
Nice. I would grow my hair long. I'd have face paint. I would wear tassels on my arms and legs and boots. I'd wear just undies, and I would run to the ring, and I would shake the rope crazily. Original.